Hey guys, what's up? I'm in high spirits today because the Evolve Big Alpha has been extended, so I'm still playing it, and that is what we're going to be talking about today, about the Evolve Big Alpha that it was supposed to be just the weekend, but they extended it because they screwed up with PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 Alpha screwed up, it just didn't go, so now they brought it back and they said, okay, let's just extend the entire Alpha for everybody else, including the PC, including the Xbox One, just extended till the November 4th. So I'm still playing it, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm actually excited about this game, so that means I could probably just talk about it for like 30-40 minutes, actually going through the mechanics and my experiences with it, and I don't know if that'll be that interesting, so we're going to stick to the high concepts and just talk about that, and you're going to have to trust me that those high concepts are being implemented pretty damn well, which brings me to actually enjoy the game, get excited about it, and keep playing it. I've actually been playing it a lot this weekend, so it's good. So, what is Evolve, really? It's asymmetric gameplay. Asymmetric gameplay. It's 4 versus 1. Now, I'm assuming, yeah, you probably have heard about it, so I'm going to repeat a little bit of it, but what it really means is just that you have 4 players and against 1 player. The 4 players, it seems like it's the standard just FPS, that they're just, they have classes and they're just FPS, but it's not really that, because it's not really FPS in the normal way that you're used to, aiming and trying to do stuff, because you don't really need to aim in this game. And that's because your target is fucking gargantuan. It's a monster. You can't really miss. I mean, you can, but it's not really about aiming. It's mostly about using your items correctly. And each class does have several items, have 4 different things that you could do, whether it's guns or items that you just use. All of these things have cooldowns, and there's infinite ammo, but, you run out of ammo and then you need to reload, or you run out of the charge for, say, the lightning gun, eventually have to cool down and wait until you could use it again. So all of these things, just using them correctly, and the dynamic between the team and each person filling in their role, it's not really an FPS. It's much more akin to an action game than an FPS, though it is first person. For the monster, however, when you play the monster, it is completely an action game where it's third person. You actually look at the monster from behind, and you have abilities. It kind of feels like something taken out of, say, Dota or something like that, because you have these abilities that you can use, and they are all on cooldown. There's no mana or anything like that. But that's generally how the game goes, and the way that it works is that the monster starts at level 1 and gets a tiny little bit of a head start. And what you need to do is basically eat wildlife in order to replenish your shields as well as evolve. And when you evolve, you clearly get stronger. Again, not going into the specifics because we'll be here all day. But you evolve and you get stronger. Level 1, you're weaker than the hunters, so you want to get away. Level 2, it supposedly evens out the playing field. And at level 3, you are way stronger than them, and they're going to get wrecked. And it's up to them to deal enough damage to you and to keep hunting you as much as possible in order to, when and if you reach level 3, and it is an if because they could clearly, demolish you and just play way better and just kill you at level 1, which is preferable to them because you're weakest at level 1. But if you get to level 3, it's up to them to do enough damage all the way to that point, because you do have permanent damage. You have 2 types. You have shields and life. Life is permanent. And if they deal enough damage, then that sticks with you. I mean, you're going to get more HP, but it's proportionate. So if you're at 50%, the 50% is going to be more, but it's still 50%. So all the dynamics, that's pretty much all I'm going to say in terms of mechanics, because we won't go into each class and what each of... and there's also, there's the 4 basic classes and the 1 basic monster, but there's more monsters and same class, but other people that do a little bit of different things. So let's not get into that, but it works. And the high concept here of having this asymmetric gameplay and the interplay between being hunted and being the hunter is really well done, and it comes forth really well. And only now when I've been playing and I'm playing I leveled up, there's basic shit level progression that nobody really cares about, but it's there, achievements, deal this amount of damage with this specific thing and whatever. And you level up, and eventually you get to play against people who are similar level to you, and not just everyone level 1, which that was the start, clearly, when everyone was just their first couple of games. So I'm playing against people who are actually good. And with those, it's even more and more interesting, because you really have to take a look at the map and think about your surroundings and think about what you're doing. And what happened to me was that, as I'm just going to throw out an example, is that there's in one of the maps there's a big rock, and you could go all around this big rock. So if you start going, there's really no place, if you're in the middle, there's no place for you to go to just continue going. So if they see that I'm going in here, then they could cut me off. So that happened to me once, and that they kind of wrecked me over there when they cut me off. So what I did, I went all the way in, and then there's birds that they could see the birds and where the birds coming out of, like you scare birds because you're a giant monster, and then they could see, oh, there's birds. So I got all the way to the midpoint of that rock where the birds were, and then I tracked back. I tracked back instead of keeping on going. And since I didn't encounter any of them when I tracked back, I'm assuming they tried to cut me off, which is a very basic, obvious thing to do, but I wasn't there because I tracked back, and then they completely lost me. So there's this really interesting interplay between hunting, and you have to think about your surroundings, and then when you reach level 3, you're gonna chase them and destroy them, because at level 3, they need to have done such a significant amount of damage to me to stand a chance, because I'm so much stronger. If I reach level 3 without taking serious damage, then the hunters have done something wrong. Let's say there's very little chance for them to actually be able to beat me. If they're exceptionally good and the monster is not that great, then maybe, but I'm kind of exceptional with the monster. At this point, I've played at least 20 matches so far with the monster, with the Goliath, not the Kraken. There's two different monsters that are very different. But with the Goliath, I've never lost a match. I've never lost a match as the Goliath. And the Kraken I played, I unlocked it last night, and I thought, well, I'm not going to be able to play it because I'm going to sleep now and the beta's over. But then I played it, the Kraken, in the morning today, a couple hours ago, and I just got demolished. I do not like his playstyle at all. So I'm going to stick with the Goliath with the traversal, which I absolutely love. And I haven't lost a match yet, As the Hunters, I did lose a couple of matches, and clearly it's the fault of everybody else. And that's one of the nice things as well. Once you have a team game, then you can blame your teammates. But when you play the monster, you're alone, so you can only blame yourself. And it's funny that there's a single game that has that, because we all know that Dota and League of Legends, it's team games, and in Call of Duty and all of these things, it's team games. So you lash out at everybody else because you can blame them, and it doesn't feel, you don't mind clicking, let's just play, because whatever, it's if my team sucks, then it's their fault, it's not me, right? And that's where the toxicity comes from. But in StarCraft, for example, when you play 1v1, there's this anxious feeling, because if you screw up, it's on you, because it's completely your fault. So the first couple of matches I was really anxious as the Goliath, because I had no idea what to do, and then I got a hang of it, and oh my god, I'm destroying everything. I haven't lost yet, 20 matches at least, and I haven't lost with the Goliath yet. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually considering buying this, and I do not buy AAA titles $60 games. Okay, the last game that I bought, okay, at just when it came out or pre-order or something like that, was Dark Souls, and that's a $40 game. It's not a $60 game. I don't buy AAA titles because most of them are action movies, and I don't like action movies. This I might actually buy. They still have a lot of quirks. This is an alpha. There's a ton of bugs. There's a lot of things that I'm anxious about. I don't know how long they'll support it. I don't know how long I'll be able to play it. Right now, I'm really enjoying it. There's a lot of questions, but the core thing that they tried to do, the high concept of 4v1, wonderfully done, and I think it's really good. And I'm excited to explore more and see what else this game can bring along. And I'm interested to see if the monster isn't overpowered, because right now I feel the Goliath is overpowered, at least in my hands, because let's say it like this. I won all of my matches, and I've never had a match that was close. I destroyed all of my matches, except the first one, which I won. The other ones I destroyed because I understood the character so well, and I don't think Hunters could beat me easily at all. I've never had a close match. I'm looking forward to having a close match. I'm playing random, by the way. I'm a random player. Whatever will come, I'll just play it. Evolve is good. I'm really enjoying it. I still have a couple of codes, but, it ends tomorrow, and it's a 16 gigabyte download. So I don't know if you're willing to do that, but if you want to, I'll give you a code. Just let me know. Just message me in whatever way, Twitter, whatever. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, I would love to just babble on. 10 minutes already. I love to babble on about this game even more because I'm genuinely excited about it. Still haven't decided though if I'm gonna buy it. I really want to see. I want it to come out, see reviews, and hear a little bit about what they want to do next, and then I'll decide. But right now I'm gonna go keep on playing because it is actually really fun. So yeah, that's it. Evolve, right? Okay, good. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.